It's 8 a.m. Live, local. Your Fox 29 Morning News starts now.
We've got breaking news this morning. A frantic search is on right now for a family of 4 missing in Gulf waters. You're taking a live look at the scene where they left from right now. It's south of Sarasota. A dad and his 3 teenagers are missing. Chris Stewart is following this from the live desk when they were last spotted coming up.
New rules could make it more difficult for you to get an Uber or Lyft to and from PBIA. The rules Palm Beach County leaders just approved just ahead.
Story that will affect a lot of people there. Also, this one is affecting quite a few of you. World health experts are now weighing in on toxins in Lake Okeechobee, how hazardous they're saying a massive bloom is.
Good morning, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, almost 8:01 for that matter, on a Wednesday morning. We have a little rain, maybe had a little rain. We saw sunshine too.
What's the story for the rest of the day? Still a few showers out there, those pesky little coastal showers.
Stubborn.
Yeah, and then we're going to have inland storms later this afternoon. So kind of getting back to a little bit more of a typical summer pattern. We've been kind of lucky lately. We've had lower rain chances, lower humidity. That will not be the case today. Moisture increasing, heat increasing, and that's going to ramp up our rain and storm chances. Let's take a look at where we're seeing some of those showers. They're going to make the roads wet. You might want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. Of course, Holland will update you on that. Fort Pierce, a shower around there. Stewart, you've got some showers moving in. Port St. Lucie, you'll be dealing with a little bit of rain. We've also got some showers near Jupiter Hills and, oh, sorry, that was a fly. It almost flew right in my eye. Jupiter, also a rain shower. It's flying around me over here. Sorry. We've got a rain shower that just moved through Boynton Beach, as well as I said, inland storms as we head into the afternoon. So take a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. Mid-80s by 10 a.m., upper 80s by your lunch hour. It's this afternoon when we have better chance for storms. I'll time all of that out for you in just a few minutes. Holly?
Friend, I'm laughing with you. I hate when that happens, but better apply in your eye than your mouth, right? I-95, 10th Avenue North, some southbound slowdowns. It does look like it's getting a bit better here. I'll tell you what, we are starting to see a few more fender benders come in. Nothing major. However, for those of you heading south, this would be Indian River County, Fellsmere Road. We've got a lane blocked there from a crash, so we definitely want to give you fair warning about that.
Well, here live in the newsroom, let's get to the breaking news we're following this morning. The search for a father and his 3 teens on board a sailboat lost at sea off of Englewood here on the west coast of Florida. This is a search that has been going on since Sunday, the last time they were seen. Take a look at this video, a new video coming in this morning of the plane that's being used by the Coast Guard as the sun has come up, trying to find this missing family. Last heard from on Sunday, the dad calling his brother, saying that they were off the coast of Englewood, that they had hit some rough seas and they were trying to survive. That search continuing right now. They have not been seen or heard from since. John?
All right, Chris, thank you. It's 8:03, leveling the playing field. Palm Beach County commissioners have approved rules that Uber drivers must follow if they plan to pick up people from the airport. Fox 29's Andrew Ruiz is live this morning at PBIA to explain how this will impact your bottom line. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, John. Yes, Uber and Lyft drivers will have to pay $2.50 if they're picking up passengers from the PBIA terminal. And you guessed it, just like the other fees and surcharges that are tackled on, you got to pick up the tab. The Palm Beach Post reports this is just one of the conditions agreed upon by the county and Uber and Lyft during negotiations. The two signed on the dotted line in April. Part of the deal requires drivers to wait for pickups at a designated parking area off airport property. Now, taxi drivers already do this as part of their agreement with the airport. They are telling us that they are not happy with Uber's agreement with the county and say ride-sharing apps have an unfair advantage. Even though that is the case for them in their situation, commissioners did approve these new conditions unanimously. We're live in West Palm Beach. Andrew Ruiz, Fox 29 News.
The massive bloom in Lake Okeechobee is getting more toxic by the day.
Green algae samples were recently taken showed high levels of hazardous toxins. Fox 29's Christina Noche is live in Stewart this morning with more for us. Christina.
Yeah, these results were something that were very concerning. When blue-green algae cells die, they release toxins into the water. Water just like this that could kill fish in the water. And also, if it gets into your system, whether you're swimming or out boating and it gets into your system, there could be severe damage both to your intestinal system and liver problems, just to name a few. Some people living along the water in the Stewart area said they already saw some dead fish in the water. Now, according to our news partners at TC Palm, blue-green algae samples were taken on June 14th and 15th from Lake O, and they contained more than 20 times the amount of toxins considered hazardous by the World Health Organization. The water tested June 14th at the St. Lucie Lock and Dam did not contain blue-green algae, although the algae blooms in the St. Lucie River are growing. The EPA is now saying the blooms dwindled for a couple of weeks, which looked good, but now they came back bigger and thicker over the weekend. So they went out and took some additional samples on Monday. We're not expected to get those back until later on in the week. Reporting in Stewart, Christina Noche, back to you.
Today, the 16-year-old accused of stabbing a classmate at Royal Palm Beach High School will go before a judge. Jose Perez Duracho will be tried as an adult. He is charged with attempted first-degree murder. Police say he stabbed his friend 15 times in May. He was supposed to appear in court Monday, but the hearing was moved due to a scheduling error. This is the third stabbing at Royal Palm Beach High School in 21 months and the second one this academic year.
Police have arrested 3 people in connection to a hefty string of burglaries in Delray and Boynton Beach. Investigators nabbed the 3 teenagers near Linton Boulevard. Police say they broke into about a dozen cars. So far, Palm Beach County has seen more than 100 car break-ins just this month. Those living in the area say the arrests are a good start to slowing this break-in trend, but there are still dozens more car burglaries under investigation.
Right now, Boca Raton police need your help to find the man who robbed 2 people this week. Take a look. Here are a few pictures posted on the department's Facebook page. Investigators believe this man met his victims online. The first victim said the 2 met through a dating site. When he came to her house, pointed a gun and demanded that she give him money. The second robbery happened at the Boca Inn. If this guy looks familiar to you, take a look again. Crime Stoppers is the number to call.
8:07 on the nose on this Wednesday morning. A local girl recognized as a South Florida hero, and indeed she is. How she saved a little boy's life coming up.
But first, new information about the Pulse nightclub shooter, what his father is telling us about his body when we come back.
Good morning. There is a massive search underway right now for a father and his 3 teenage children, all missing since Sunday, that being Father's Day. Just behind me in the distance, you can see one boat from the Coast Guard. They are one of several agencies aiding in this search near Englewood this morning. What we do know is that the father and his 3 kids have not been heard from since Sunday when they took off on their 29-foot sailboat from Sarasota on the way here to Fort Myers to get the boat repaired. Now, during that journey, the father's brother says that he got a call that the boat was caught in 6-foot seas and that the family was trying to survive off the coast of Englewood. The Coast Guard got the call just yesterday. This is the type of 45-foot response boat used in the Fort Myers substation in this search. And also here at the Fort Myers Beach substation, they've activated the Maritime Emergency Response Team. And what that does is include numerous state and local maritime emergency responders, both by air and by sea. We are being told that all those here in the Fort Myers area who have any idea as to what their whereabouts are being urged to contact the folks right behind me at the Fort Myers Coast Guard substation. For now, reporting in Fort Myers, Malcolm Johnson.
All right, we want to turn now to the latest on the Orlando shooting. Our reporters were the first to confirm the gunman's body has been buried in Florida within the past 48 hours. The shooter's father, Sadiq Mateen, also confirmed his son was given a proper Islamic burial. He wouldn't specify, though, exactly where his son was buried, nor would he say whether he attended. The Islamic Center of Fort Pierce, though, where the shooter prayed several times a week, was not involved. A member of that mosque revealed this week he did report the shooter to the FBI years ago when he says he was watching videos of someone known to radicalize people.
Omar had mentioned to me that he had seen videos of Anwar al-Awlaki, which threw up a red flag for me, and I asked him what he thought about them, and he told me they were very powerful, which raised the flag even more for me.
Malik, who you just heard from, says he did not know why the shooter chose Pulse nightclub. He says the shooter never seemed to be gay or homophobic. This week in the Gardens Mall will host a fundraiser to benefit the survivors of the nightclub shooting. Nearly 24 stores are going to be participating in this, so you can as well. All you have to do is take your store receipt to the information desk. The mall will donate 5% of that receipt to One Orlando Fund, as well as $1 for every gift card you buy and $1 for every Facebook share. Keep in mind, it kicks off Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
We're following breaking news this morning. Rory McIlroy, Olympic golfer. Well, he's not going to be an Olympic golfer because of threats of the Zika virus. We have the story posted on our website today. He was set to compete for Ireland in the Olympics, but he decided that the threat was just something a risk that he was unwilling to take. McIlroy was slated to compete for Ireland, which golf is going to be back in the Olympics for the first time in 112 years. But he says after talking with his family that even though the risk of actually contracting the Zika virus at the Olympics, doctors say it is low. He says it is still a risk that is too high for him that he wants to take. The Irish Olympic Committee did send out a statement saying they are disappointed with his decision, but it is one they respect. Roxanne?
Today, President Obama will sign into law the first overhaul of toxic chemical rules in 40 years. It affects a lot of your everyday items like plastic containers and other things you have at home. The bill updates regulations for tens of thousands of everyday chemicals used in household cleaners, clothing, and furniture. The bill also sets safety standards for other dangerous chemicals like formaldehyde and asbestos. It's all part of a collaborative effort between Congress and the EPA to create a single national standard. This might be the story of the morning. The city of Margate is calling a 7-year-old Port St. Lucie girl a hero, all thanks to her quick thinking. It saved a little boy from a near drowning at a pool, 5 feet deep in the center of this big pool. Christine Regina of Port St. Lucie was wearing her goggles and swimming like her favorite Disney character, Dory. She went underwater and saw a little boy at the bottom of the pool. She knew something was wrong. She got out of the pool and told a 15-year-old girl nearby. That teen didn't hesitate and jumped right into the water, grabbed the boy, and took him to lifeguards to be revived.
They called me a hero.
That's chilling, isn't it? This little girl is visiting her grandparents in Margate for the summer, and the mayor of Margate recognized her with a plaque. This weekend, she's going to meet the boy she saved and the teenager who helped her. How about that, John?
That's amazing work and quick response. It's 8:15 right now. It's now up to you if you would like to see a slot machine or slot machines, plural, at your local poker room. St. Lucie County Commissioners voted last night to include a referendum in November. Fort Pierce's Jai Alai and Poker Fronton asked for the referendum if they were to get the go-ahead to add slot machines. The company says that it would hire 500 additional employees. However, even if the referendum does pass, it's not a done deal. The legislature would then have to change state law to allow slot machines on Native American land. Right now, that's only allowed in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. Palm Beach County is getting a new city. Westlake will become the 39th municipality in the county. The 4,500 Minto West home community was approved in 2014, but has been the subject of lawsuits ever since. A judge cleared the way for the community in April. It will go up near Seminole Pratt Whitney Road, north of Lion Country Safari. Our news partners at the Palm Beach Post say that a vote in the Seminole Improvement District earlier this month passed, officially creating the new city.
Let's get to a consumer alert right now. You can get some money back if you own a front-loading washing machine. This applies to you if you bought a Whirlpool, Kenmore, or Maytag. These are the front loaders manufactured between 2001 and 2010. Here's the thing. You could be eligible for up to $500. We're talking cash or a voucher toward a new purchase. This is part of a class action settlement over bad odor. I actually think I have one of these, so I'm going to check that out. The odor is just ferocious, so check that out. We do have more information on our partner station, WPTV.com.
Here's an eye-popping number for you, and it might be a little irritating if you travel a little bit. In the first 3 months of this year, first 3 months alone this year, the airlines raked in $1.7 billion in baggage and ticket change fees. American Airlines took the #1 spot, collecting more than $200 million. Delta came in at #2, bringing in more than $197 million in the first quarter. Keep in mind, no peanuts or sodas anymore. They're making $1.7 billion. Since these fees started back in 2008, More than $45 billion has been collected. As a traveler, a flyer, that grates me.
That's right.
Just a bit.
Mind-boggling numbers, too. A new amusement park going up in Kentucky is modeled after Noah's Ark. Check it out. It is 510 feet long, 85 feet wide, 8 stories high. There it is. Well, they were building it there. Anyway, it is pretty big, right? Inside it is seriously awe-inspiring. Like Disney World, Ark Encounter is a for-profit park except for its religious purpose, which is to spread creationism. The state is on board, ready to fork over $18 million in sales tax incentives for a little economic salvation.
I think it's going to bring business into the town. How could that not be the perfect solution for rebuilding our community?
Kentuckians eager for work have applied to Ark Encounter, but there's a catch. Employees are required to sign a statement of faith disavowing homosexuality, same-sex marriage, and premarital sex. They must also believe in Genesis and Jesus Christ.
And if you're headed out this morning, make sure you don't forget your umbrella. We've got a few showers on the radar, and as we head into the afternoon, that's going to transition into inland storms. The roads are going to be wet in some places. You can see those few showers moving through Indian River County there, and here we have some showers near Jensen Beach, Nettles Island, Stewart also getting some rain out of this. Sailfish Point, same thing. This is moving up toward River Park and Port St. Lucie. Heading a bit farther south, you can see we've got a couple showers also around Hobe Sound and the Tequesta Country Club. Now, as we head through the morning, these coastal showers are going to continue to just kind of stream in. We've had this one shower making its way through Palm Beach County, moving toward Lion Country Safari and Wellington now. As we head through the rest of the morning, a few coastal showers. As I said, that's going to transition into inland storms this afternoon. Now, a lot of it will just be rain, but a few rumbles of thunder are likely. The more we head into the afternoon, the farther west these will move, and by the evening, they're going to be west of our area. So it should be a pretty nice evening. Highs today in the upper 80s, but the catch is it's going to be more humid, so it's going to feel more like the mid-90s. It's going to be hot this afternoon, and then tonight upper 70s, a few showers possible lingering around. Your 7-day forecast shows rain chances bumped up just a little bit for tomorrow. Still going to be a chance for scattered storms mainly during the afternoon, but they go back down by Friday. We're going to notice that heat and humidity Thursday and Friday and into this weekend. A bit more sunshine and lower rain chances Saturday and Sunday, and then we start to see those rain chances increasing once again as we head into early next week.
All right, quick check of traffic. Thanks so much, Felicia. No major issues. Getting better out there on I-95 side road. A little damp right here at Woolbright and Congress.
Coming up on it is 20 minutes after 8 already on this Wednesday morning, and your Fox 29 morning news continues when we come right back. A dad tries to make a near impossible trick shot.
Does it go in? Does it stay out? Oh, we're watching just ahead.
1, 2, 3, go! Not your typical empty room. Find out what happens here when the lights go off.
We're back now at 8:23, and it's time for You've Got to See This. And this one you've got to see. Let's check it out. It's a trick shot. He made a shot from,
crack your smile.
range.
There you go. Thank you, dude.
Now, that's pretty cool, making a three-pointer, but he was backwards. Impressive, right? He says it took him 30 tries to get the ball in the net. He was inspired after his son made his first trick shot.
Wait a minute. You said net. There's no net on there.
Well, that's all right. It goes through the rim.
Well, we're pretending.
You have to pretend.
Now, his son made him trick shots, and he said, anything you can do, I can do better.
And you know what? 30 tries, that's not a lot, considering
he says the boy was
rooting
rooting for him through the entire attempt.
That's really cool.
You know, it takes some skill, some muscle,
and luck.
Just dumb luck.
Yeah, it has to be luck.
I'd be focusing on the dumb part for me.
Gosh.
Commuting anywhere is hard, especially in New York City. Yes, indeed. So one person decided to show you just how hard it is to get around in the Big Apple. He made this montage of disappointed subway riders barely missing the train.
Oh, that's great.
Come on. Her stuff is in. No, now it's not. Oh, yes, it is. I'll catch it at the next stop.
Yeah, you can't pry those doors open if you've ever been on a New York subway.
Nope.
You're either in or
When
you're
they
out.
close, they close.
Yeah.
You're either in or you're not.
No, he got in.
He did.
I think if you're halfway in, you can body slam it and get it open, but you can't like push it with your
she's
hand
still
like
trying.
an elevator.
Oh, poor people.
They've got somewhere they need to go.
It's fun to watch.
Listen, here's a case of now you see it, now you don't. When the lights are on, no one is in the room, but watch Oh, are you kidding? As soon as the
scary.
lights go off, you see a shadow of a woman. The girl in the video posted this on Reddit. She is mortified.
Wait a minute.
How does that happen?
That would freak me. I would not stay at my house that night.
No. She
Motel
posted it
6.
mortified.
That's weird, Felicia,
I'd be mortified
isn't it?
plus.
I know I wouldn't be staying there, that's for sure.
Let's go to Felicia.
Yeah, thanks guys. Let's go ahead and get that forecast. If you're headed out, we've had a few showers, and this coastal shower is going to continue on and off throughout the morning. You can see from the Indian River County down through Palm Beach County, we've got those fast moving showers, and that's going to transition into inland storms this afternoon. So no matter where you are, go ahead and take the umbrella along. Temperatures in the lower 80s for most of us, mid 70s inland. It's more humid out there today though, so you're going to notice that difference. With more humidity and us heating up, our chance for storms is a little higher today than it has been the past few days, especially as we head into your lunch hour and early afternoon, and then pushing even farther inland and eventually west out of our area as we head into the evening hours. The good news is though, if you have plans on heading to the beach, most of those storms will be inland, and we are going to have a lower risk of rip currents today, so it's not as high as it has been the past few days. Guys?
Thank you. It's 8:25. Green algae spottings spreading throughout our area, where another bloom has just been spotted. We'll tell you more when we come right back.
Day 27 on your Wednesday morning. Glenn Glazer, Holly Davis are here with your weather and traffic update. But first, I want to talk about breaking news out of the west coast of Florida. The Coast Guard right now is searching for a father and his 3 teenagers missing in a sailboat near Englewood. It's a sailboat that's 29 feet long, and the Coast Guard says the dad called his brother Sunday, saying they were in rough seas. They haven't been seen or heard from since. In St. Lucie County, voters will decide whether they want slot machines at the Fort Pierce Highlight and Poker Pavilion. County commissioners agreed to place the referendum on the November ballot, leaving it up to voters. But even if it's approved, the legislature would need to change the law to allow slot machines.
Let's go to the roads. We are finally doing okay out there as we check out the drive. This is Lake Worth. We had some slowdowns, some southbound slowdowns on I-95 earlier. Looks like for the most part, things are back up to speed. Glenn?
Thanks, Holly. Okay, a look at the radar. We still have rain moving in along the coast this morning. In some spots, it's been a little heavier than others. We had a couple of pretty hefty pockets of rain moving into St. Lucie County right now from northern Martin County. So right along the stretch here near Nettles Island, heading up toward the FPL power plant, Port St. Lucie, getting some rain right now. Hobe Sound with a shower moving right over top of you. And out to the west a little bit, Palm Beach County near Lion Country Safari, a shower moving to the northwest. Today, hot and humid with high temperatures in the upper 80s, but it's going to feel more like the mid 90s by early this afternoon, and not much of a breeze today to help combat the heat. Chances for rain will increase inland this afternoon with scattered showers and a few strong thunderstorms possible west of I-95 and the Turnpike.
Breaking news at 8:29 on this Wednesday morning. A family of 4 missing in the Gulf of Mexico. Chris is following this at the live desk, and we've got the very latest on the search for this family just ahead.
And right now, green algae bloom spotted in West Palm Beach. Where and the new concerns that go along with it.
Plus, owning a rental property in Indian River County will now cost you more. The new rules just put in place by county leaders. 8:30 straight up this Wednesday morning. We saw a little bit of rain, maybe some still lingering around, but overall not too shabby.
Yeah, a couple things are going to happen today. Increase in moisture, so it's going to be more humid, and an increase in our rain chances as well. So even if you're not getting rain where you are right now this morning, you probably want to take the umbrella along. The rain chances will move inland as we head into the afternoon. Chance for a few storms as well. You can see just scattered showers along the coast starting out for the morning. Temperatures in the 80s for most of us, but the difference this morning, more humidity. You can see here the dew point is about 8 degrees higher this morning at this time than it was yesterday morning. So it is definitely going to feel a little bit warmer out there, certainly going to feel more muggy as well. Taking a look at the day planner, fast showers through the morning, lower 80s to start off our day, and then we're in the upper 80s this afternoon. But with that humidity, it's going to feel more like the mid 90s. You're going to want to take that into account if you had afternoon plans outdoors. Inland storms, though, along the coast, we should be dry. And then this evening, it's going to remain muggy as temperatures stay in the lower 80s. If you had plans to do some boating, just a light chop on the inland waters, better boating and beach conditions today. I have more on the rest of your forecast coming up.
We've got a new crash right now, Palm Beach County, I-95 southbound, right before the Woolbright exit. We'll watch that for you. In the meantime, I will tell you, Boca is pretty congested, especially on I-95 northbound around Yamato. Looks good right here in Lake Worth. Oh, did you see the birds there? You have to look quick, huh? I-95, 670 south on the move.
Well, let's get to the breaking news story that we're following, developing on the west coast of our state. The Coast Guard searching for a father and his 3 teens missing in a sailboat near Englewood. Take a look at this video coming in overnight. The father with his 2 sons and daughter. Their ages 13, 15, and 17. They're on a sailboat that it's 29 feet long. The last they were heard from, according to the Coast Guard, is the father calling his brother on Sunday saying that they had hit some rough seas and they were trying to survive. You remember Sunday, that was Father's Day, and this father and his 3 teens have not been seen or heard from since. Roxanne?
Green algae washing ashore. It was spotted off the Intracoastal at Suma Beach Park in West Palm Beach. This green tide was spotted just north of the C-51 canal, which has been sending runoff from recent rains into the Intracoastal. According to our partners at the Palm Beach Post, the South Florida Water Management District has not yet confirmed if it's from the C-51 canal runoff.
Now is 8:32, and starting today, vacation rental owners will now have to pay up in order to lease a home for less than 30 days in Indian River County. Commissioners voted to put several new rules into place that some say will decrease tourism in the county. Fox 29's Christina Noche is live this morning with some of these new regulations. Christina?
Well, John, imagine you had to deal with neighbors that were really noisy. They park tons of cars on your street, and then you find out they actually don't even live in your neighborhood. And that's what a lot of people living in Indian River County say they've had to deal with when it comes to people that are renting vacation homes and aren't actually even from there. Now the County Commission just passed some new rules that aims to change that. Rental owners will now have to apply for a license that would expire after 3 years, and short-term vacation rentals can have no more than 10 people. So even if they have 7 bedrooms, 10 people is the max that they can have. The houses must pass inspections and now comply with new restrictions on noise. But this was kind of on its way coming. Earlier this year, the county already started prohibiting people from renting these homes for commercial events, such as weddings or graduations. Some vacation rental owners say this is going to cost them more money and isn't fair, and they plan to fight these new rules going forward. Now, this is going to start today, so anyone that already had a vacation home and already had that license will be grandfathered in. This will be from now continuing forward. Reporting live this morning, Christina Noche, Fox 29 News.
8:34 is the time on a Wednesday morning. We are just minutes away from the Fox 29 Pulse.
And Holland, you've got a lot of stories that will certainly have us talking today.
Yeah, we're going to start with parents out there. Tell your teens to relax. The common beauty problem that's now hit in high fashion. Let me rephrase that. It is a hit in high fashion. Plus, gosh, will this ever end? More emojis, because we didn't have enough already, right? We'll break down some of the new ones and what they mean.
As you were well aware, last week a little boy lost his life at Disney World when an alligator dragged him into the lagoon. In Florida, we do know that alligators are a clear and present danger, but what legal obligations do places like Disney have to protect us? Here with what you need to know about it is Sherry O. There's been a lot of conversations sparked about this, and it's so tragic, just a horrible, horrible situation all the way around. What laws apply to cases like this?
So, fortunately, these instances aren't very common in Florida. You know, between 5 and 15 a year recorded, very few deaths. But the laws that apply to this case apply to very many different types of situations we might encounter, and the theory is wrongful death. So in order to prove a wrongful death case, there are 3 elements. The first element is that there was a duty of care. So in this case, the argument would be that Disney had a duty of care because there were dangers that they were aware of or should have been aware of that they knew that their guests would not be as aware of, and so they had a duty to warn them. The second element then is a breach of that duty of care, and the third is that the breach of duty of care caused the death. Now, damages are what's being sought in a case like this because it's a civil case, not a criminal case where you're looking for punishment. And the damages, which we were talking about before we went live, could include pain and suffering. But these are the cases where you also hear about the loss of the benefit of the life. So you're talking about age and life expectancy and earning potential and things like that.
Oh, it just turns your stomach when you even think about this sad, sad story. And it's so sad that we talk about the legalities. That's turned into, all right, let's talk about the legal issues surrounding it when it's just so sad. But we are, so let's talk about Disney then. Does Disney have a defense in a case like this?
Yeah, but we were talking about this before too. They're probably not going to exercise that. If they did, they'd have to refute those 3 elements. So they would have to say things like, it's Florida, everyone knows there's alligators, we had no duty of care. Or we met that duty of care by posting the no swimming signs and whatever other actions they took. Or even saying that it wasn't the cause. So as horrible as it sounds, arguing that, look, maybe we breached, but the dad also wasn't watching the kids, so that was part of the cause. So that's really not likely to happen.
So how is a case like this going to play out?
Well, I mean, obviously they knew that there was an issue. There were guests that were telling them that there were alligators that were menacing. They were taking other actions, so they knew where there was an issue. Disney, of all places, Roxanne, has guests from all over the world, many places where they don't even have alligators, and they bend over backwards to create this very safe-seeming environment. When you're in Disney, you feel like nothing's going to happen to you, and they create this environment where they're artificially sort of controlling it. And what we've heard is that they were actually placing chairs and umbrellas, encouraging people to use this beach area. So there was definitely a duty of care there. When it comes to whether or not they breached it, the courts are probably going to look at signage and how other places deal with this in terms of signage. Shark Valley, other places that there are threats like this. At the end of the day, there will probably be a big settlement. I'm sure it'll be confidential, but I would guess that this family is going to want to see Disney take some steps to make sure this doesn't happen. And we all will see some of those steps in the places that we go. Golf courses where there are alligators will follow.
Good point. No matter what, nothing brings this precious little boy back.
No, horrible.
Sherry, horrible case. Thank you for filling us in on though and the other elements to it. Felicia, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Rox. As you're heading out the door this morning, getting your day started, we've seen quite a few rain showers along the coast, and that is going to move into inland storms and showers as we head into your afternoon. So it's a good idea to make sure you take the umbrella along. We've got a few showers moving through St. Lucie County. You can see there near Lakewood Park, also a shower near Nettles Island and the Florida Power and Light power plant. This is going to continue on and off throughout the morning. These showers are just going to continue to stream in. You can see we've got a few light showers moving into the coast along Martin County as well. And then across Palm Beach County, this one shower near Lion Country Safari. This is going to continue moving off to the northwest. And then just a steady stream of these coastal showers heading through the early part of our day. You can see that here. By the time we get to your lunch hour, this is going to push a bit farther inland. We're going to still see some of those rain showers hanging around. And then early afternoon, even farther inland, we're talking Okeechobee County, the inland portions of our county, a little bit more sunshine along the coast as we head into the afternoon. But certainly inland, you have the chance for a few rumbles of thunder, a storm here or there. But as you can see here, not impressive storm chances, mainly just some scattered rain. And then all of that moves well west of our area as we head into the evening. Highs today in the upper 80s, but it's going to feel more like the 90s because of that humidity. And then upper 70s overnight tonight with a few showers continuing. Also lighter winds, so we're not going to have that wind to help cool us off. Rain and storm chances remain pretty high as we head into Thursday, but look at this. This is the great news here. Rain and storm chances go down Friday and Saturday and continue to stay pretty low even as we head into Sunday. So the weekend is looking pretty good, but we do have some slightly rainy and stormy days today and tomorrow. Holly?
Real quickly, we will check the roads. I think we're on the turnpike. Yeah, Delray Beach. Ooh, did you like my accent there?
What accent was that?
Delray accent.
Sometimes things just come out. Atlantic Avenue.
I mean, I know it's south, but it's not that far south.
Accident-free. For the most part, we do have some fender benders out there, so I guess that's not accident-free, but nothing causing any major traffic jams. All right, let me get the kinks out. Time now for your Fox 29 Pulse. Join the conversation using the hashtag Fox29 Pulse. A bit of good news for awkward teens out there. It is summer, so hopefully your teen is sitting in front of the TV. If not, go get them. It looks like acne is the next big thing in high fashion.
Hey!
One designer at a Milan fashion show, Fashion Week there, is highlighting the face blemish in some of her pieces. As you can see, the makeup gives all of her models clusters of pimples. It fits right in with the anti-grooming trend being spotted in the fashion industry right now. What is that? Armpit hair? I don't know. The next time you have a pimple, you can simply say, it's a fashion trend.
I think I was ahead of my time. Fashion-wise, when I look back to my high school days, I was a trendsetter.
See, I've always heard that they keep models really simplistic sometimes, so you're looking more at the clothes. And I feel like I would be so distracted by what's going on with their faces. But you know,
I was a fortunate teen. I didn't battle acne, but I had a really good friend who does, and even as an adult, it still affects her. And so I can't imagine that that's a fashion trend that you'll see in the U.S. There's no way.
I just remember from high school football, like by mid-season, you just
It
was the helmet right there,
yeah.
the chin strap, and then on the sides, I was just looking.
Poor guy.
Look at that chicken pox all the time.
I never got
That's a bad image.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't pretty.
I never got the little ones, but I always used to get like one big one, you know, like not the little bit, but like the North Star, you know, or something. It is, and,
I don't get them either, but when I get one, I had junior prom. It was like right here,
Oh,
right
prom
before my
day.
wedding. It was like right here.
Always the timing is phenomenal.
Perfect timing there.
If it's like right here, you can pull like a
Yeah,
Cindy
who
Crawford
cares
thing.
about
Yeah.
But it's I'm so it's devastating even now.
Always
All
in a
right.
bad spot. Okay, so you know, your face might be a mess sometimes, but imagine living in a city with no hairdresser.
Okay.
That's the case in one Australian town, and the mayor just took notice. He posted this message on Facebook Monday, and now there's an all-out internet search for a hairdresser for the town. Right now, people who live in that town have to travel 62 miles to get a haircut.
Which is about an hour. 62 miles, 70 miles is like an hour,
man.
depending on the speed. But hey, that is an emergency.
That is
an emergency. I think it takes some of the pressure off, though, because you're like, my hair looks bad, so does everyone else's who lives here.
Yeah, must look
Cool
like a
with
scene
it.
from Braveheart in that town.
Yeah, the problem is when the hairdresser does come in and they find one, they're gonna like really rake you over in terms of pricing, almost like a certain cable company. But I'll.
Oh, we do.
I don't know.
We digress.
Why hadn't that? Was it the mayor who posted that?
Yeah.
Did he have
He actually
not
looked
much
all
hair?
right. I was looking at that.
He
his
may not have had
profile
much
picture
hair on
looked all
top.
right.
I don't know.
Did he? I didn't notice him.
The top of his picture was cut off, so you couldn't
Maybe
really
he's
tell.
just tired of his wife cutting it.
They have a Floby there? The vacuum haircut thing? A Floby. Parents, listen up. If your kid is having a hard time concentrating on homework, it may be time to repaint his or her room. A new study out of Australia, we're doing a lot of down under stories today, says brightly colored rooms help students study better. Scientists say vivid colors like red and yellow stimulate the brain and help students to stay more alert.
That's not
Isn't that
new.
strange? That's the same theory that is used in every Las Vegas hotel I can think of.
Really?
Reds, yellows, all the rooms are bright
At
colored
elementary
because they might
schools.
make you want to get out and do stuff and be
Elementary
energetic.
schools and middle schools have been doing that for a long time in certain places.
Yeah.
Because it stimulates, you know,
See,
keeps you awake.
I feel like it would bother me if I was sitting in like a bright yellow room. I'd be like, I can't deal. I need my sunglasses.
It's
I need
amazing
to
how
get
the
out of
mind
here.
plays tricks on you, though.
Maybe.
It does.
I don't
It
know.
works.
Interesting.
With a straight jacket on and a bright yellow room.
A padded room.
It's like when you go to the doctor's office, if they have soothing colors on the wall, like your mint greens, it's a little more. Think about it. Now you'll pay attention.
Now I will
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah. Kind of just chilling out.
Chilling out?
Gotcha.
Well, nothing chill about
Feeling
this.
it.
Prank went horribly wrong for an Alabama teenager. The 15-year-old got her head stuck in a Barney the Dinosaur costume head. The fire department had to be called in. Firefighters say the head came down around her shoulders and held her arms tight. They say she could only move her hands from the elbow down, making it look even more like a dinosaur.
So
aside from a little bruising on her arm, she is okay. But come on.
So I saw this story last night on national news. So what happened was she went to put it just on her head, but she's a very skinny young woman, and it slipped down over her shoulders, and so she's basically pinned from the shoulders up. And actually, they drove her to the fire department because there was a funny picture. They did a lot of selfies in the car with Barney in the front seat and her like pinned
I
in
bet
there
you
and
she's
stuff.
claustrophobic for
And,
the rest of her life.
She'll never live that down either.
I don't think she's watching
Ever.
Barney.
That girl will never live that down.
If you weren't afraid of that big dinosaur before, you are now.
The best part is the arms, though. Like, she really had two
I feel
guys.
like maybe she was a good sport because I would have said, get the scissors. You have to cut this thing off. I
don't know. I might have been nervous because I don't want them like cutting into my head.
The tight spaces like that.
That'd be a unique call for a fire department.
Okay, I have been looking forward to this all morning.
Okay.
Pillsbury is releasing some new mixes, not just any, but Girl Scout cake mixes. I'm in love. The flavors include thin mints, cupcake and brownie mixes, and caramel and coconut blondie and cupcake mixes. I think I said cupcakes. They go for about $4, a little under.
Oh, man.
Thin mints, oh my goodness. Oh yeah,
Thin
so
mints
done.
are the way to go.
Winner.
Next to tagalongs and Samoas.
I'd say any of those.
Yeah.
Top three.
I wouldn't
Top
complain
three for
about
me.
any of those.
I kind of wish they weren't mixes, though. I kind of wish they were like Pillsbury, like slice and bake, you know, in the
cookies.
Like
You wanna slice a cupcake
instead of having to
out?
mix stuff up, just cut them and.
You know when
put
you
'em on
get
the
the
thing.
those, I'm so guilty of this. You just eat the cookie.
You
dough.
never eat.
you
never bake
the
them.
cookies.
Yeah.
You're not
Never
supposed
bake
to
the
do that,
cookies.
Holly.
Is that what it is?
Because they have raw eggs in them.
Oh wow. I haven't gotten
I'm
sick.
just telling you. I used
No,
to do it all the
you're
time
right.
too
Debbie
as a
Downer over
kid.
here.
But now the pediatrician tell you don't.
Well, you could do it. Just don't
Yeah,
let your
don't let
kids
kids do it.
Yeah.
Then you're not leading by example.
You
I
know,
don't
when
know.
they're
Do it
in front of the
them.
TV, you go in
Do it
the
in a
kitchen
quiet
and
place.
you sneak.
Yeah.
Don't look at what I'm doing.
I'm just going to go into this closet real quick.
And eat cookie dough.
Go away. Go watch TV.
So emojis have become a big part of how we communicate. I communicate with way too many.
Yes, you do.
And just like our vocabulary, they're expanding all the time. And now there are a new set of emojis that will soon be available for
Howdy,
you
cowboy.
to see
Delray Beach.
or to use to enhance your texts and messages. Unicode, the makers of emoji, unveiled 72 new designs yesterday.
Scooter.
Hey.
Canoe.
They include
Yeah,
everything
baby.
from fists
That was
for
John
virtual
Favoli.
fist
Yeah,
pumping.
John Favoli
There you
emoji.
go, Chris. To selfie icon. A rifle was supposed to be part of the new set, but Apple successfully got it removed. Take a look
Touche.
at that. Fencing,
Wanna wrestle?
wrestling. I like it.
Water polo.
I was going to say volleyball.
Team handball. I can
And a
go
lot
down
of
and
these
down,
are
baby.
going hand in hand and coinciding
An egg.
with the Olympics.
Yeah,
So.
really?
Yeah, milk.
Yeah, peanut.
Y'all,
They
I'm
really-
sorry. I just can't. I just cannot get excited about these emojis.
Really? What?
Like, really?
Do you have real conversations?
She
'Cause
does.
I'm
It
curious.
says,
yeah,
says
not with
the
the
woman
emoji.
who looks down while she walks at her phone all the time and almost collides with 20 objects
I
per
haven't
minute.
done that in a few months now.
No?
Maybe you should just use emojis. That would help. It'd be quicker. Emoji.
People,
Got
it just amazes
Go.
me to see how, and I'm not knocking it, how excited folks get with new.
Love it.
You know, my girlfriend's included. All right, that's it for the Fox 29 Pulse. We'll do it all again tomorrow. John and Rox, tell us, what is your favorite emoji? Well, John kind of alluded to his earlier.
What, the
Martini?
thumbs up or the martini
No,
glass?
the martini.
Well, I use them both quite a bit. Thumbs up, martini.
What do you think mine is?
A horse, yes.
And then the kitties.
And then the kitties. Seen that quite a bit.
And then the wine glass.
And that you want to keep
Full.
going. And then the thumbs up. It's 8:51. A vacay gone wrong for actress Selma Blair. Why she was removed from a plane on a stretcher.
And it was a hit at the Sundance Film Festival and is coming to theaters near you when you can catch Birth of a Nation. It's all coming your way when we wrap things up on your Fox 29 Morning News.
And live in Chopper 5 covering breaking news in Wellington, a report of a shooting out off of Mulberry Place here. This is live pictures you're seeing here as we pull up to the scene here. Quite a response from Palm Beach County Sheriff's officials here as we have the crime scene tape around this neighborhood here in this residence right now. Again, a shooting reported here in the Wellington area off of Mulberry Place. Right here, it's just off of Big Blue Trace here in Wellington. You can see again, they have Mulberry Place cordoned off, crime scene tape investigation going on, and to this reports of a shooting in the Wellington area. That's how it looks up here in Chopper 5. I'm Johan Hoffend. Back to you.
come. A rise of good against evil. What are we gonna do? We'll fight.
In the Fox Light this morning, you're looking at the first full trailer for The Birth of a Nation, based on a true story. The film is directed by and stars Nate Parker as slave rebellion leader Nat Turner. The Birth of a Nation opens nationwide October 7th.
Casting news for you. Jim Carrey's next role, it's going to be scary. The Hollywood Reporter says the comedian is teaming up with horror director Eli Roth for a movie, Alistair Arcane. This is an adaptation of the 2004 comic book. Carrey will play a former TV weatherman who returns to his small hometown to host a late-night horror movie show.
A Mexican vacation didn't end so well for actress Selma Blair. Paramedics took her off the plane as soon as it landed in Cancun Monday. People magazine said that she took a combination of prescription medication with alcohol. She talked to Vanity Fair about the incident and has apologized to anyone who she inconvenienced. Felicia?
Thanks, Rox. If you're headed out today, make sure you take that umbrella along. We've got a few coastal showers out there this morning and then inland storms this afternoon. So along the coast, if you have plans this afternoon, you should be okay. It's inland where we're going to see some scattered storms. Same thing on Thursday, but take a look at that. Rain chances go down just in time for the weekend. That's the news we like to hear. Sunshine, lower rain chances Friday, Saturday into Sunday. What you will notice today, though, big difference, that humidity increases. It's going to feel like the mid-90s for most of the afternoon. It's going to be hot and sticky out there today.
All right, Felicia, sounds good.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for watching your Fox 29 Morning News.
We'll be sure to update you on the breaking news in Wellington right now as you look at these live chopper pictures at Mulberry Place off of Greenview Shores in Wellington. Trace, a shooting that has occurred. The latest on that at 11 a.m. on WPTV, our partner station.
Have a great day.